Good evening. My name is Kim Amon. I am doing a fireside podcast for my public school finance USD class. And tonight the topic that I would like to talk about is playground equipment. I have been at my K-5 school in South Dakota. I'm going on my 6th year. And I was recently told by some parents that they thought we should look at the playground equipment. They thought it was starting to wear out. So my director of maintenance went out and looked, and he agreed that we probably need to start the process because it can be a very lengthy process. The reason that it is such a lengthy process, when I talked to him, was I found out that the school district will not provide any funds to purchase new playground equipment. The task of buying all of our playground equipment falls back on the school. So this in itself is a huge hurdle. We don't have a lot of discretionary funds just laying around. Everything is earmarked for something. Thank goodness I have a PTA that is extremely active. We have worked very hard to build our PTA up, and at this time we have 20 to 25 members that attend every meeting. We also have a healthy savings account of $25,000 right now that we've been looking for something to buy and purchase with it, so that will go towards the playground equipment. When you think of $25,000, you think, oh, no problem, that'll buy a piece of playground equipment. It doesn't. To replace one of our big pieces, and we have 390 students, and we have a nice large playground area. To replace one piece, it's going to be $60,000 to $70,000. That is very daunting. So we do a cookie dough fundraiser every year, which gives us about $10,000 to $12,000. Going at that rate, it'll take us 6 to 7 years, 5 if we were able to use all of our funds that we have in savings. At a K-5 elementary school, most of those students that work hard to raise all of this money will be out. And if they live in the neighborhood, great, they can still use it, but it would be nice if they could use it on a consistent basis at their school. So our goal, we are hoping to do this in 2 years. One way that we could do this without getting funds from our district is to apply for grants. The biggest grant that we know that helps with playground equipment is called the Kaboom grant. This is a large task. There is a lot of paperwork to do. The person in charge has to take lots of pictures, take the neighborhood, fill out lots of data for them. And then if your application is accepted, they will match some funds, and when the playground equipment comes, you have to have community members to install it. When I talked to my director of maintenance, this can be done with their oversight, which I will have to pay for those workers to come, so that's another added expense, which I do like because that gives us culture, brings up our culture in our community, that we are all working together for our kids, which is what we should be doing. So if they would match our 25, then we're at 50. We still need at least another 20 to 25,000, which would be 2 years. If we work really hard, hopefully that could be even sooner. It does help to be able to tell the people that this is what we're working towards when we are fundraising. Because we have decided as a PTA to work towards this, we are going to do 2 fundraisers a year. I highly doubt, we do a lot of little ones in between, but we need 10,000 just to fund our PTA to be able to do all the things we do on a yearly basis for our staff and students. So this is money above and beyond meeting our budget. So we are going to do an extra one this year that we're hoping will be profitable. I kind of doubt that it will make $10,000. That's the cookie dough. Our families like it. They kind of use it for Christmas, so that works well for us. So the first hurdle would be to apply for the grant. Luckily, I have 2 first grade parents who have stepped up and are willing to start the paperwork and start the process, and hopefully they will stick it out through the whole thing. If we are approved, then the next hurdle is picking out the equipment. We would want buy-in from investment from the students and the PTA and the parents, so we would be giving them lots of choices, and we would probably do a vote to make it a fun thing, have some kids do some writing about it, and then the installation. So luckily for us, we do have such a strong PTA, so there's a light at the end of the tunnel. We just have to work our plan, get the grant, earn the matching funds, order the equipment, install the equipment. I do think for some schools, this would be a huge hurdle that would never be met. For the school to have to purchase all of the equipment would be very hard and daunting. We are going to make a big deal about it so the kids know they paid for it. They bought it, their hard work, so hopefully they'll even take better care of it, which we really haven't had a lot of. If anything has been vandalized, it has been from older kids on weekends and things like that. So that's not a huge issue. But so that is just another public school finance issue that schools have to worry about, is finding funds for other things besides curriculum, besides new books, new technology, which we also started iPads this year, so that's a huge cost too. We have to meet the needs of our students. That's the bottom line. So that's why we're going to work very hard on this and with this grant process to fund our new playground equipment. Thank you.